Hi guys, this is Ryan, and today we're going to make keto pizza dough. Keto pizza dough is low in carbs and low in sugar. I looked at some different recipes and tweaked some of the directions so that we could get a recipe that gave you a crispier crust. You'll need 3/4 of a cup of almond flour, 1 egg, 2 tablespoons of cream cheese, and 1.5 cups of mozzarella cheese. You need to preheat your oven to 425 degrees. You're also going to need a cookie sheet and a silicone nonstick mat called a Silpat. I also use a French rolling pin to roll out the dough. Okay, so to start with, you want to have your 4 ingredients all ready to go and measured out. And then you're going to add the mozzarella cheese and the cream cheese into a microwave safe bowl, which you are then going to put in the microwave on high for 1 minute. After a minute, you're going to remove the cheese mixture from the microwave, and you're going to stir it together to get it to mix evenly. And then you're going to put it back in the microwave for another 30 seconds to make sure everything is melted. After you melt the cheese completely, you're going to take it back out of the microwave and mix it together again so that everything is even. Next, you need to crack your egg into the bowl and mix it up so that you can add it to the cheese mixture. Add your 3/4 cup almond flour and your beaten egg to the cheese mixture, and then using a spatula, begin to stir it until it begins to come together as one cohesive mixture. At this point, I think it's easier to just use your hands, so I put on some gloves to protect my hands from the heat a little bit and some of the oils that are coming off the dough. And then I knead it together until it forms one cohesive dough ball. Now you're going to put your dough onto the Silpat. I start with the shape of a square, and then I use the French rolling pin to make it longer and wider so that it's now a rectangle. If you want it to be in a circle, you can also do that. At this point, you're going to transfer the Silpat to a cookie sheet, and then you're going to poke some holes in the dough with a fork to stop any bubbles from forming. Then you're going to place the cookie sheet in the oven at 425 degrees for about 8 minutes. When it comes out of the oven, you're going to let it cool a little bit and then peel it off the Silpat and flip it over and put it back in the oven for another 6 minutes. Now your pizza crust is ready to be topped, so I flip it back over. Here's an example of some toppings that you might use to top your pizza. For sauce, I like to use Rao's tomato basil sauce, 3/4 of a cup, which I spread almost all the way to the edges. Then I add 1 cup of mozzarella cheese, spread evenly across the pizza. Then I add other toppings. Just remember, these toppings need to be fully cooked, as the pizza is not going to be in the oven long enough to cook anything from raw. Now you're going to place your pizza back in the 425 degree oven for 6 to 10 minutes. Remove the pizza from the oven when it is browned the way you like it. And then make sure you take your pizza off the Silpat before you cut it. If you enjoyed this, then please subscribe to my channel, where I'll be posting more low carb, low sugar recipes.